What happened?
That was for Again with mic issues. What's wrong with me?
Already?
About 3 weeks, I screw up. What the heck? I plugged my headphones in. I'm like, I'm the only one hearing music. Hang on a minute. Now I'm switching my headphones. Oh, hello, everybody. Welcome to Selling Past Your Prime, Being Thrifty Over 50, starring JPEG. I'm Jay.
And I'm Peg, home of the NBA World Champion Cleveland Cavaliers. Woohoo! I have to celebrate that. For those of you who don't know, this is the first championship in Cleveland, Ohio in 52 years. So we're thrilled, and never an NBA championship. So we've had a very exciting week here in the city of Cleveland. So glad to be with you all.
Hey, man, I want you to unplug your headphones and talk. I think they're not sounding too good.
All right, let me try. Any better?
Yeah. Okay. All right, let's leave them off.
All right, I will leave them off.
They sound better that way.
Okay.
But I will get you. We got to get you a microphone because you'll sound even better.
Okay. All right, we can do that.
What's happening, everybody? Welcome back, episode 3 of Selling Past Your Expiration Date. And this week we're going to talk about worldwide shipping. Mom has been at a 8-hour garage sale. I have not asked or heard anything, so I don't know nothing. I went to an estate sale, so I have a couple things to share.
Great.
And about 3 minutes ago, I had a great idea for a segment each week. I wanted this show to be a little more free flow and just kind of go with the flow for the topic of the day. But I think you'll enjoy this segment, so I'm going to surprise the audience and Mom with it.
Oh, God, waiting.
Yeah, but first we'll talk about our actual topic of the day, which is international shipping.
Okay.
I can't imagine 2 words that scare new sellers more than international shipping. Ooh.
You know, luckily, Jason just pushed me right into international shipping right off the bat, so I didn't have anything to be afraid about because I didn't think that it was any different from regular shipping. And as I've seen posts over the past months and years, I see where a lot of you are afraid to do international shipping, and you are missing out on a great deal of money. It's easy, folks. If I can do it at 73, you certainly can do it. It's not that hard. It's just a couple of more steps, really. There's not much more to it than your original shipping. So, you know, basically, no, Jason, you want me to start kind of showing?
No, but let's do this first. Don't jump in just yet.
Okay.
Oops, there we go. So I did a little graphic here.
Yeah, that's great.
This is all the places that Mom and I have shipped to in the last week combined. All the outside the United States places.
Mm-hmm.
So you see, you got your Canada, you got your Great Britain, you got your Argentina, your Italy. That is the flag of Germany down below. Australia, Japan, and Israel. So essentially, between Mom and I, we have touched all corners of the world.
Yeah, pretty much. That's quite a variety there.
Now, let's pretend you sold to all those countries in the last week or so. Which ones were you afraid to ship to?
Well, Israel gave me a little bit of a nervous moment because, you know, it's so far, and, you know, sometimes you don't have good delivery there, and, you know, so that one bothered me a little bit. But everything went through.
The answer should have been none of them. Come on, Ma. We're inspiring people.
No, not. This is your mother, not you. They really don't, but, you know, you just hope and pray that they get there because, you know, sometimes they don't.
When was the last time you had one lost internationally?
Not Japan. Wait a minute. Russia.
No.
Never did. Oh, over a year ago.
Yeah. See.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, yeah. I've only had one international lost in the last probably 3 years. And before that, the last package I had lost was Los Angeles. And for those who don't know, I live in Vegas, and it's only a 3.5-hour drive to Los Angeles. And so when people lose something to Australia or Israel, they're like, "Screw it, I'm out. I'm not shipping there." Well, Should I have cut out all of California because a package got lost going 3.5 hours? Hell no. That's just
No.
it's the cost of doing business. Now, look, Ma, you've owned a lot of businesses in your life, including
Yep.
brick and mortars. When you found that someone had stolen something off the shelf and ran away with it, did you close your doors and say, I'm done?
No, not at all. You just
Exactly.
write off your loss. That's all.
But that's
You know?
business. Look, I don't care what business you're in. Not every day and not every transaction is a positive. Sometimes there's a loss. Sometimes there's a hiccup. But we're here to tell you it is not hard to ship internationally, nor should you be afraid of it.
Not at all. It really is not. So those of you that are out there today that have not done any international shipping, I hope we change your mind by the time we're done here.
Yeah, and Kay brings up a good point in our chat today, and thank you for those of you who have tuned in live. I know our show's bouncing around. I don't know if we'll find a permanent home. It just kind of, look, my mom is the most active 73-year-old you'll ever meet. So I don't know between our two busy schedules if we'll ever settle on something. We'll try, but as it is now, we just kind of bounce around and find what fits. But Kay said something really good. She said people only see the posts about the problems, but realistically, there's just as many problems domestically, and that's the key there.
Mm-hmm. Good point, Kay.
In any group, including mine, the Thrifting Board, we are going to discuss when there is a hiccup, and the hiccup is my package got lost, it hasn't shown up yet, it's only been 3 weeks. We're going to talk about those, and then people just get so worked up, and what they don't realize is, all right, let's run some numbers here. We have 13,000 members in the group, okay? Let's say we only sold 2 items a day, so we're each selling 14 items a week, so 13,000 times 14 items. As 182,000 transactions just in our group,
right?
And you're going to read maybe the 2 that went awry. And the problem is people focus on those 2, and they forget the 181,998 that went just fine.
It's always that way, though,
You must, at all aspects, Mom, you must look at the big picture. The big picture is not the one that went bad. It was the 1,000 before it that went good, and the 1,000 after it that went good.
Right. Absolutely.
All right, so let's take the graphic down, and Mom and I are going to just tell you just the tips and tricks to shipping internationally is very, very easy. I would like to say thank you to my wife for this cool new shirt.
I love that. That is really cute. Would you like to see my new shirt? There it is.
Hang on, let me get you on the screen.
Okay.
Dun da da da.
Have to wear that shirt. Have to.
Yeah.
NBA. Woo!
All right. So,
whatever.
One little hiccup with printing of international labels on eBay is, and I've talked to them about this many times.
Huh?
They won't let you turn the receipt off on the label. So essentially, if you run...
Okay, you want me to show?
Hang on.
Okay.
If you're using these labels, and if you're cutting and pasting, get out of here right now. Get out. Beat it. No cutting and pasting. Only labels.
And if you're handwriting labels, no.
Now, when you run these are 2 labels, 1, 2. So when you run international, this side prints out with the receipt, which you really don't need because everything nowadays is on your computer, so it's easy to look up anything. So I devised an idea a long time ago how not to waste the second receipt, or the second label.
Right. So what happens is, so say you run off a label for shipping of something here in the United States, and then you've got 1 label left on your page. So what you want to do is put these aside. Keep a folder. I keep a folder, manila folder right here, and I keep adding my singles to this folder so that I have these ready for international shipping. Because you don't want to, the bottom half has already been printed off on another label, so you have just, I know it's hard to see here, guys, but you have the 1 label here, and this is blank down here. So when you are going to ship something international, this is what you want to use. Okay, so when you do put it in the printer and then print off your label, you'll get a bunch of writing down here. Don't put your fingers on it because it's going to black ink all over you. So basically what I will do, because you have to sign your international labels, so what I will do is just kind of fold that up so I can get my hand on it and then sign on the little area. It's a very tiny area for you to sign your name and put the date. It used to be nice and big. I don't know why they changed that, but now it's very small. But you do have to sign and date your international labels. So I hope that's clear to you guys out there. So trying to remember. I mean, I have made the mistakes a couple of times where I've sent through a full sheet of, labels and ruined the bottom half. So
Now,
it does happen.
Somebody's saying they have a Zebra thermal printer and they can't seem to get international to work. Yeah, I haven't either. If there is a trick, I haven't figured it out yet. So I use my thermal for all domestic, and then I use what my mom just showed you for my international, and I always have my halves too. And yes, you have to tear that off right away and just throw it away, or you're gonna have ink everywhere. But you're gonna waste a little ink, but you're not gonna waste a label. So why waste a label? You don't need those. I know some people still collect those receipts even on domestic. It's a waste of your paper and your space. Trust me. Everything you need is in the computer.
Right, right. Now,
that's the same people that are dragging their checkbook to the store.
I don't do that anymore. How about that? Woo!
All right, Mom. Good job.
Yeah. I used to a long time ago, but now no more.
All right. Now, I don't have anything to ship right now, but I'm going to pretend. I'm going to get to the end before I click actually purchase. I'm going to show you guys how to do an international shipping through eBay. So I just picked one of my older listings. I mean, one of my older sales. Super. So let me show you the screen here, and then we'll talk about. You have to just do a couple things, and it's not much. People get so worked up. Now, let me tell you. A while back, you used to have to go to the post office. You had to get a form. You had to fill it out. But now that eBay, Amazon, Etsy, all these other places just spit it out for you, it is really no different from shipping to Los Angeles as it is shipping to Japan. It really isn't.
It isn't. It's easy, people. It really, really is.
All right, so let's switch over. I shipped this video to Germany. And it was a Frank Sinatra VHS video live from 1985. And one big thing that people mess up, especially new sellers, and they don't realize, domestic first-class shipping is anything a pound, under a pound. International first-class shipping is 4 pounds and under. So there's a great difference. So you're not having to worry about priority. First class does the trick. The few times in my career I've done priority, I find first-class priority move about the same pace. So unless the customer is really instructed for it, first-class moves, I find, just as quick as priority, for the most part. All right, so here is going to my customer in Germany. So first class, and we'll just say that it was 8 ounces. So as you can see, my eBay discount gave me $2.59 off, so it was $11 to send 8 ounces. And when you click continue, I think this might be the point where people go, ah, what do I do here? There's a big red box in the middle. Oh my gosh. Okay, take a breath, and you have to do 2 things real easy. Now, all online selling platforms, this being eBay, it's going to pre-populate your description from the title of your item. You do not need that. All you need is what the basic thing is. Is it a book? Is it a videotape? That's all you need. You don't need all these words, and you want to get rid of them for a couple of reasons. Sometimes a word in English might be a bad word in another language, and a lot of times it just wouldn't make sense. So I'm just going to put videotape. That's it. All you need to do, and then you need to check off, I have read the shipping rules, and I am good to go. And then you're going to click Pay for Shipping and print your label, which, of course, I am not going to do because I don't feel like paying $11 just to show you guys. But that's it. So once you've done what you would do on any package, plug in your weight, then all you got to do is just change the title to the basic bottom line, and then check off that you have read the restrictions and print your label.
Yeah, it ends up being the same as what you did. And then, like I say, after you print that label, there is a spot where you have to sign and date. And watch the ink again. Don't let the ink get all over your hands.
Now, people are chatting about bulk global shipping program. I have never used it.
Neither have I. Neither have I. No.
For a couple of reasons, and I'll tell you why. And I'm not going to bag at anybody that does use it. It's fine. That's, and so let me back up. Global shipping program is something that eBay set up. What you do is you ship domestically. So if you sold this Beauty and the Beast DVD, you ship it to Kentucky, and then there's a shipping center run by Pitney Bowes that ships it from Kentucky to your customer anywhere in the world. So all you got to do is get to Kentucky, and then they take care of the rest. Now, the joys of that is they ship. I just fixed my glasses the wrong way. They ship express, so things get there a lot quicker, and they track it all the way. But there is a huge fee for express compared to first class, and they charge the country's duties ahead of time. Some countries don't have to or normally pay these duties, but Pitney Bowes seems to err on the side of caution. And so this going to Canada, when I ship it to the customer, is only going to cost the customer about $12. If it goes through Global Shipping Program, it's going to cost them about $30. So a lot of savvy customers don't want to deal with people selling through Global Shipping Program. Now, if you want to use it and you're still skittish, that's cool, but Mom and I are showing you $45.73. You could do it on your own. And I always tack a few bucks onto my international shipping, and that kind of covers the cost on some of my other, like my free shipping in the United States or my time to box it up nice. And international customers expect to pay a hefty dollar, so to speak, but they don't pay crazy hefty.
Yeah.
Does that make sense, everybody?
Yeah. And usually on my international, in most cases, I will make a couple of bucks. In most cases, there's been times when I've been on the other end and I didn't quite figure enough. So, but not quite as often. So it helps a little bit, especially if you've taken a best offer and you took a little less than you thought you wanted to on an item. You can make it up sometimes on the shipping part.
So and oh shoot, I was going to make me think of something about international. Now there are some sketchy, weird rules, and based on some of them, they have to be old laws that just haven't been amended. And you should read up on it. You should know. But like, you can't send wooden toys to Italy and decks of playing cards to Germany or something nutty. I mean, it's mostly a lot of times the stuff you won't run across. But if you watched my other show last night, we talked about your accounting practices. Again, I'm not going to tell you, here's exactly how international works for each country. Nope. But you should educate yourself. If you're going to ship yourself, you should educate yourself on what can go to that country.
Right. Now, I have shipped things priority internationally as well, which gets costly. I mean, once you get over that 4-pound bracket, the money jumps up quite a bit. But if someone really wants something, and I have shipped priority, they pay for it, and they do get the item. So don't leave that out just because it might be over the 4 pounds.
Now, I'm glad you brought up priority again, because it made me think about something.
Okay.
If you ship priority international and you're printing it out yourself and you ship flat rate, like a flat rate envelope, all you need is your little half label, like Mom showed you.
Mm-hmm.
All you need is that.
Yeah.
If it is not a flat rate and it's regular priority, you're not going to use labels. You're going to use 2 sheets of regular paper. Right. On those 2 sheets, they're going to print off 4 of the same thing, so 2 and 2. And at the bottom, they'll be numbered 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Your number 1, you keep that one, and you put the other 3 in this envelope that you stick to the box, and then they're used along the way. So just keep in mind, anything priority that isn't a flat rate, you're going to use this in paper.
Yeah, I'm glad we brought that up. I'm going to think about that.
Now, old Haggis Hunter is just dying to tell everyone to use GSP. Look, I make money on my international shipping. You're not making any money, and I have no problems. I've had 1 package lost in the last 3 years.
Yeah, mine's been the one to Russia. That's it. And plus it costs you more money to do it by GSP. I mean, it's going to cost you more. And
he's saying there's no hassle. I don't find it hassle. I'm shipping all the stuff I got for a day. There's no hassle to it at all.
And I'm a very hands-on type person. I like to be in charge of my store and my items. So I don't know. I would feel a little bit less secure with someone else doing it. I'm sure they do a great job, but I just like to do all things myself.
Now, I am going to stop and do this. This will be our segment and everything we talk about. Here's the asterisk. Here is the asterisk to this whole discussion. If you have something very expensive or even fragile, I would absolutely use global shipping program. To ship a $10 CD global shipping to Canada, it's going to cost that customer so much they're not going to buy from you. But if you got a $5,000 watch, absolutely use GSP because they're going to cover all of it. If I lose a $10 item, it's just part of business. I do not want to lose $5,000 items.
Yeah. Good point.
Okay, look, Old Haggis, you're fighting this, but let me tell you, a lot of savvy customers will not buy from people using GSP. Some countries, they charge way too much. Now, if we had any Canada listeners live right now, they would tell you, screw GSP, we ain't ever buying from anybody that uses it because it's 3 times the cost that they would pay from me or my mother. So, now, glad we brought that up. Since we're talking about international shipping, Canada's going to shit in a week.
Oh, yeah.
They're all their postal systems go on strike, and so no mail's coming in or out. So I don't know what's going to happen. So I know this. You all know this now. It's been chatted about in groups, but there are definitely going to be customers in Canada who don't pay attention to the news. I mean, I got friends here who don't know what's going on in our own city. So I know it's going to happen. There's going to be some Canadian customers who don't realize their postal system's on strike and mail is not moving in or out. Let's hope this gets fixed. But Etsy has already been preemptive. They sent out, if you sell on Etsy, they sent out an email saying, hey, there's going to be this problem. So we're aware of it. And if a customer is unhappy and they leave you negative feedback, we'll take care of it. I am sure eBay is going to do the same thing because eBay always does that when there is a natural disaster in an area. So if New Orleans gets flooded or Aniki destroys Hawaii, they know that, and they'll say, okay, we're well aware there's going to be these issues, and so if you have any of your metrics affected because of that, we will gladly take them off because when Mother Nature rears its head, can't do anything. And same thing, when an entire country's postal system goes on strike, what are you going to do? See, great. We have a Canadian viewer right now. I'm in Canada. I never buy GSP. Thank you, Caitlin. Thank you very much. All things collectible, same thing. Yep. So, look, I get you want to use it, but you're also losing customers. Just keep that in mind. That's why you tuned in today, to hear Mom and I talk about it.
Yep. We're here to make money, not lose it.
And somebody said, you mentioned $11 to ship the tape first class. Is that standard shipping rate for all countries on the first class? I find that I do this, here's how I do my shipping. Canada is one rate, and the rest of the world is another rate. Now, I do a flat rate. What I mean is I figure out what's going to cost to ship a package under a pound, a package 1 to 2 pounds, a package 2 to 3 pounds, and then 3 to 4. Anything above 4, I'll pause and figure it out. 1 pound package, or 1 or under, to Canada is $12.95. To the rest of the world, it's $17.95. It all comes out pretty equally. So no matter if you're shipping to Australia, to Japan, to Russia, and some places it's a little bit less, and some is a little bit more. But instead of trying to figure out 144 countries and different, so if you can figure out just the going rate for those pounds, it makes it easy when you're doing your listing.
Yeah, I use pretty much the same of yours, Jace, with Canada. Now with when I do worldwide, I use Japan as my marker. From here to Japan seems to be the furthest point. So, if I figure what it's going to cost in Japan, then I'm pretty well clear for everybody else.
Okay, well, somebody wants to know how we set it up, so I never even thought about that, but let me, I'll whip up a listing here real quick. You got any more things you want to say about international shipping, Ma?
I don't think so. I just don't be afraid. I mean, that's the bottom line, because we see it so often in the thrifting board. Oh, I'm afraid to ship internationally. As you can see, there's not that much to it. Just a couple extra little tiny steps on that form. So, jump in. You can do this. And don't lose money. I mean, you got customers out there that would want your items that are not here in the United States. So don't be afraid to do it.
Yep. All right. So let me. I'm going to take one of my unsolds. I'm going to relist it here.
Okay.
And then what I'll do is I'll go right to the shipping area because I obviously already filled it out.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll show you how to do your domestic and then your multiple international. So let me get it down here. Let's see here. Where are we? Shipping. Okay, cool. So let me turn that on real quick. Okay, so I always offer 2 to 3 options for shipping. So on this item, I decided to go free first class. So as you can see, I have free first class. Let me remove this service. So you're always going to have at least one service. So I have free first class. I would also like to offer priority. So I'm going to click offer additional service. And I'm going to scroll down to priority mail. And I'm going to price it at $6.99. So this will fit in a flat rate padded envelope for $5.90. I'll take $1 away from it, and I'm cool with that. My handling time's 1 day, and then my international flat. Same cost to all customers. Let's get rid of this service. And so it's first going to look like this. So my first service is to Canada, and then I'm going to select first class international. And on this item, I'm going to do $12.99. And then for the rest of the world, I'm going to click on this and go to worldwide. And again, I'm going to select first class international, and I'm going to go $17.99. And that's it.
That's it. See how easy it is, everybody? Very simple.
Now, we all tend to sell the same things over and over and over. So if you're selling a T-shirt, or you're selling a coffee mug, or you're selling a tiki mug, you know your cost. Because, look, I know there's giant coffee mugs and tiny little coffee mugs, but for the most part, every coffee mug's about the same size. Same with T-shirts, same with tiki mugs. The only time you ever have to pause if you have some giant one, which I bought 2 yesterday that I'll have to figure out. But that's it. So that's it. Boom. So I'm going to list my item. There it is. Easy peasy. Now, one way, and it's a good question. Jenny wants to know, do the international buyers have to go to the post office to pay tariffs, taxes, fees when shipped this way? It depends on the country. And those people who live in countries that have to do that, they know they live in that country. If they tell you they don't, they're liars. And I never call my buyers liars. But if you've bought more than one thing internationally and you live in a country like that, you know.
Yeah.
All right. Now, if you want to check your international real quick, let me show you. So here is where you go to shipping. So you always see where you live. I live in 89074, so here's the domestic. But look, you can switch it, pretend you're in Canada. So you can always check your international. So let's switch it to Canada. Oh, it's $12.99 to Canada. Hey, let's switch it to Uruguay. All right, let's pretend we're in Uruguay. Get rates, $17.99. See how easy? So you can check your own stuff. But don't forget to put it back, because when people check, they forget to put it back. Then they're looking at something to buy on eBay, and they're like, why does it cost me $60 for shipping? Because you forgot you don't live in Uruguay.
Yep.
All right, so there we go. That is our half-hour lesson on international. You know what I wanted to do, Mom? I wanted to make this whole segment 30 seconds. Do it, it's easy, and then be done. Move on to the next thing. Wait. Do it. It's easy. Drop the mic.
Yeah, but I'm sure there's others out there that are nervous like I was in the beginning, a little bit, just a little. Because, oh boy, here we go. But now, piece of cake, I don't even think twice about it.
Okay, people are asking about tracking. There are many countries that eBay uses Delcon tracking. I forget what number we're up to. Not the whole world, but a lot of the countries, and they will track it right to the country, to the door. You can buy insurance. There's many third-party insurance things you could buy. It's not expensive, but I don't lose enough to ever buy it. It's like $1 a package. That doesn't sound like a lot, but if you ship 150 packages a month times 12 months, and you've lost one $50 item, you're way behind if you're paying $1 extra a package. So
I've never done it yet.
Yeah. I would if it's expensive, I would. I don't tend to sell, $1,000 items.
Correct.
And if it doesn't have tracking, I don't care. It all makes it. Look, the global postal system is amazing. About 4 years ago, I got a purchase from Dubai on July 3rd. And so I'd already shipped that day, but because July 4th was a holiday, and I think we were running into a weekend, I wanted to get it going so it started moving towards Dubai. So I actually drove to the post office, dropped it off. July 4th, the customer writes me from Dubai and says, crap, that was my old address. I said, oh, dude, I'm so sorry. It's a holiday today. I mailed it last night right after you bought it. He goes, oh, that's my bad. If you ever see it, let me know. 1 month later, August 5th, I got it back in the mail. That package traveled around the world and came back to me.
Amazing.
Because it was marked undeliverable.
Yeah.
Now, they don't always move that fast, but it works for the most part.
Yep. I've shipped it to Dubai. Those of you who know my polo mallet story, one of my polo mallets went to Dubai.
There you go.
Yeah.
And people ask if there's any place you don't ship to. Look, I see people take the time to select the countries they won't ship to, and usually it's like the third world countries. They don't even have the internet. Don't worry about it. Ain't no one ordering from a third world country. Trust me. You get your orders from the big ones, the European countries, Russia, Australia, the Asian countries, Canada, obviously. So just worldwide, poof, easy peasy.
I like that.
All right, that's it. We're done with international shipping. Do it, and we'll hold your hand.
We hope we helped, and if you have any more questions, please let us know. But it's pretty simple, everybody.
All right, so our mom's going to show a haul here, but I wanted to bring in our new segment, and this is going to be, because you guys definitely tune in to learn, but I think some of you enjoy the bond my mom and I have, so I figured I would grab an old picture from when I was a kid, and Mom and I could rehash a little story, and I could not figure a better picture than to question my mother's parenting skills on this first segment. In this picture, I am at Disney World, or we are at Disney World. I am about 10 to 12 years old, and I would like to point to two parts of my outfit. And my mother was a very good mother. However, you don't know what you're about to see, do you, Mom?
No, I have no idea.
Okay, I'm 10 to 12. I'm wearing a Pabst Blue Ribbon T-shirt and a Genesee beer can macrame hat.
And I wish we had it now, that hat.
So do I. Now, I'm 10. Why am I wearing all this beer paraphernalia?
You started young.
Apparently. And let's look at the rest of my dorky outfit. What did you do to me, Ma? You let me wear velour shorts? And look at those awful socks. Holy
that was what was in at the time. What do you think?
That was never in.
It was then. But I sure wish we had both of those pieces right now. Oh, look at that. Whoa.
All right, yeah, so there, it's a Genesee, so basically somebody took a beer can, cut it in half, and then macrameed it into a hat. And that's a blue ribbon.
In fact, that's a bolo, everybody. Those, if you find
crochet. So sorry, I'm calling macrame. I'm so sorry.
Crochet. They were crocheted. There were some bucks today, and I haven't come across one myself, but I always keep looking.
Yes, I have like a dozen coming to me from a friend who found some.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's our segment. We will rehash an old picture from my childhood, and but I will. Even though I gave my mom grief, I will point out Mom and Dad always made sure we got to Disney World when we were growing up. So thank you very much.
Yes, we did. I started Jason when he was 3, and we went almost every year.
Yep.
Pretty much, yeah. So, and I'm taking my granddaughters for the first time this summer. So but I'm excited because I get to share it with the next generation. So that's fun. Okay.
You want to take a Tocha?
I'm sure he'd love it.
All right, so tell everybody about where you were today, how long you were there, and
all right, I was on the road by 7:30 a.m. this morning, traveling about an hour away from where I live to a huge community garage sale area in Avon, Ohio, which they have every year, and it is gigantic. I mean, I've never seen so many houses participate as we do in this area, and that's why I do take the hour drive. So we got there right around 8:30, quarter to 9, and we just started hitting all the streets. Today I went with my sister and my girlfriend. The three of us always go.
Oh, Dad didn't go. I didn't know that.
Dad didn't go. No, he didn't take this one today. So I'm with my girlfriends, and we just hit house after house after house. One thing in the area that I see more of is more children's items than I do when I'm out and about in my area. So I don't find quite as many of the vintage items that I might be looking for, but still a pretty good haul today, so I'm anxious to show you. So
Let's see it.
You see it? All right, so put myself on the screen here big so I can see what the heck I'm showing you, right?
Yep.
Okay. All right. I think I'll start with some of the toys that I found today. Okay, this is a little Tykes school bus. sorry to say, the only thing that's missing is the driver. But it was marked $3. I got it for $2, and they still sell even if you don't have all the pieces. And I will probably put this up for around $25, $25 to $30 on that school bus.
Well done.
Yeah. Now, the earlier one, that I got this one for $2. I wish it was in a little bit better shape, but this is the Fisher-Price school bus. Okay, let me see if I can get you here.
Yeah, so you're a little too close. That's better. Yeah.
Let me back it up. And it does have some of the little people. Now, that's and the bus driver is there. So that's a plus, because not all of them. I'm missing 3 little people, and it is got some torn on the back, so it's not prime in shape. But again, they had it marked $5. I paid $3, and this will sell around for $20 to $30. So any vintage early Fisher-Price, this is what Jason played with when he was little growing up. Yeah. These were the popular toys back in that era. So
now, before you list those, if you're in, thank you, dear. If you're in the area near Savers, I mean any thrift store, but Savers, the wall of bag toys, look for little people in there.
Oh yeah, I've got to remember that. That's a very good point. This is something I have not run across before, but when I saw it, I said, "Ooh, this is interesting." How many remember? Can you see that? It's a little wagon, and it's loaded. I don't want to tilt it.
Yeah.
With the old building blocks.
Wow, that's cool.
Isn't that cool? Yeah. These, Jason, you used these.
Oh, I did.
So I paid $3 for this, and it's.
Did you go out and buy my childhood this morning?
Yeah, just about. I mean, this is really in nice shape. The little wagon. It's still got its handle. Because sometimes you see the handles are ripped off. In fact, the Fisher-Price handles were ripped off. But this is, I haven't had time to do my research, but I'm around $30, $40 on that. So that's a nice piece there. Okay, then we have been very lucky in finding new faucets, new in box.
Sheesh.
This is not a Moen, but she had 10 on it. I got it for $5. You know me, I'm a bargainer. And this is going to retail $35 to $40. So yeah, always look for the faucets, everyone, especially Moen, M-O-H-N, Moen. I think it's
M-O-E-N.
M-O-E-N, yeah, M-O-E-N. They sell extremely well, but this brand was also there, so that should do well. Kind of falling back to toys, I found this plush of Sleepy for 50 cents. It's still got the tag on it.
Now that's a good pausing point for a tip. You always find Dopey. You always find Grumpy. If you find the other dwarfs in anything, you got to grab them, because you don't find Doc and Sleepy and Sneezy, not nearly as much as Dopey and Grumpy. Yeah.
So he's in beautiful condition. Really nice. Really nice. Then I picked this up only because I never see too many stuffed flamingos. And it was 50 cents, so I don't know. I haven't had time to research it at all, but
I always tell people, buy the one weird item in the plush area, because you're right, you don't see a lot of flamingos.
Yeah, so I thought that was kind of cute. And for 50 cents, I figured, okay, can't go wrong on that.
Side note, flamingos are pink because they eat shrimp. If they didn't eat shrimp, they'd be white. You can use that in your trivia contest next week for those who play trivia.
All right, now there's a set of 5.
Oh, those are cool.
These are Tupperware, and they're called Peekaboo tumblers. So we have Mickey and Goofy and Donald and Daisy, okay, and Minnie. So the 5 of them, she had $1 on each, and of course I said, would you take 3 for all, which she did. And I just did some research on these, and they are selling, complete with the lids, anywhere from $30 to $35.
For the set or a piece?
For the set.
Okay. I was the piece, even the set, though, good deal.
And I think some of us know that vintage Tupperware sells extremely well. So when you're out there doing the garage sales, especially, there's always Tupperware sitting around. So check it out and see if it's some of the older stuff. So yeah, so that was a good find, and it was nice because they all had the lids. By the way, because they do just they're on here pretty good, but it was nice because they all had the lids, so that was a plus. I don't know if I would have bought them if they didn't all have their lids on them. Speaking of Disney, one of Jason's favorite movies. Did anybody in the audience know what movie I'm talking about?
I'm sure everyone does.
Are we getting any answers, Jason?
Well, we haven't got to yet. We're about 30 seconds behind. So.
Oh, okay, okay.
Oh,
All right. Let's wait and see if they can give us an answer.
I'm sure they know.
So the one is Sally and one is Jack.
Yep.
And they are in beautiful condition. I mean, mint. And marked to Disney. Got all the markings on the bottom. Whoops. Let's go this way. And I paid 50 cents each for these. And I'm thinking around 15 bucks, maybe 20 each, on those. I picked this up for a quarter.
Oh, nice.
You see the black band on it. It's just a small one, but I looked this up, and the small ones do bring pretty good money as well. The Christmas wreath scent, okay, and it has not been burned, brand new. Okay, it smells good, and yeah, no, they always do, don't they? And so only a quarter, and I think that I can get anywhere for around 10 bucks on this little one, so that'd be good. Here's something kind of vintagey. You don't see these all that much anymore. Anybody know what that is? The old nut bowls.
Oh, nice.
On the bark. Yeah, this is from the mid-century modern, you guys. I paid 50 cents for this, and they're selling around 15 bucks right now. So, but it was kind of thrown in. I was trying to round off my figure with her, and I said, would you throw this in for 50 cents? And it is marked on here, Pocono Mountains in Pennsylvania. So it does, at least it's marked.
Hey, let's pause for a second. Somebody's talking about the black band Yankee candles. All right. It's like the damn VHS Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah, let me get some.
Not all black band candles are worth the money. Some are,
right,
but it's going to be more so by the scent, not just that. Now, I picked up some candles today, too. I'm going to show you two of them in a little bit, but these two, I got two buttercreams. Got the black band, but it's not worth more than about 20 bucks. Now I paid $3, but I am going to be burning these buttercreams. But I got two of them.
That's one of Mom's favorites, by the way, Jace.
Yeah. So, yes, some black bands are worth money. Some, not all. So don't just base it just because you see a black band. Right. Please do your research.
All right. Now, this, is not a black band. And I bought this brand new for $2, and it smells yummy. You can see it's brand new.
And who's that on the cover?
This is Luke Bryan. Okay.
And for those who don't know, Luke Bryan is one of the hottest country singers right now.
Right. Now, apparently this must be very rare, which I did not know at the time. I bought it because I was going to bring it home to burn it in my house because I love Yankee candles. It's called Kill the Lights, and it's also...
Which is one of his songs.
Yeah, and it's the flavor is vanilla bourbon, and it does smell delicious. Well, this was a great surprise. This little baby could sell for around 300 bucks. I have it up for $2.99. I got an offer $150 the other day. I counted at 200, but she did not come back with the 200. But I'm going to hold out. I'm the only one with this candle up for sale at the moment, and past ones have sold 300, 200, 165, right around that. If there were others up for sale, I might have taken the 150, but because I'm the only one up right now, I'm holding out. So, and I've got 6 watchers because Jason's been watching it too. So this
we have a lot more now.
Yes, like I said, folks, I just stumbled on this one, real quick, but apparently it's worth some money. So hopefully I would like to get closer to the 200 mark on that if I can.
Now, not as awesome as yours, but so I go to this estate sale. This was in the picture, and I went, and it was still there. I'm like, cool. So I grabbed these two, and I left, and I went on to the next rooms. And then I always do one pass, especially estate sales. I always do one pass through the rooms once again. I realized the 2 candles I left were also Yankee candles, but I didn't notice they were. And check these out. Thomas Kincade Yankee candles with the topper that matches the Thomas Kincade picture.
Wow, that's cool, Jace. Yeah.
$3, and I got not 1 but 2 Thomas Kincade candles, and
how much?
$3 each, and I did some research. They have not been around for a long time. And the last one that I could find on a quick research was on eBay from 2014, sold for $45.
Nice.
Since no one has any right now, I'm gonna throw them up $100 a pop and see what happens.
Yeah, exactly. See, that's where I'm at too with mine. So that's pretty cool. Let's see. Getting back to vintage. If you ever run across these are the old vintage souvenir pillow covers. This is
Oh,
for
nice.
yeah. This cost me a whole dollar today, and I know for a fact these run for $25 to $35. The pillow goes inside. If you want to put your pillow in, and but yeah, they don't make these much anymore. And if you find the vintage ones, they are worth some bucks, especially the ones from Hawaii. Those I can never find them cheaper than $50, folks. So if you do find the one that's got anything from Hawaii, definitely you will make some more money. Turning to sports a little bit, I found this for 50 cents. This was a good buy. You know how they give out freebies the night of a ball game? Okay, this is Jacobs Field for the Cleveland Indians, which is no longer Jacobs Field. It's Progressive Field now. But it's kind of on the order of, oh geez, Jason, what's the name of my mind? My mind's a blank. You know, the other things that we buy?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Jason, man. My mind's a blank. Anyways, it's a replica of the stadium, and it probably should do well. I mean, it only cost me 50 cents, and since the Tribe is in first place, can you believe it? Cleveland's on a roll. I think anything with the Indians right now might be selling pretty well, but for 50 cents, I had to pick that up. It was one of those freebies I think they give out at the ball games. And then I found these brand new Cleveland Browns mugs, still wrapped in the package, and that was only 50 cents as well. So, and I might team those up with something else. You know what I mean? To do a little bundling here.
So people are concerned about our candles. I would ship them priority mail. It only takes 2 to 3 days, and Yankee Candle ships candles every day, all day, from their warehouse to their customers. Yeah. And these are pretty dense candles, and so just being in a hot truck won't screw them up.
No.
But if you did a slow boat, you did a slow boat to China, it would definitely be probably not good. So priority, 2 or 3 days, it'll be there, no biggie.
Yep, that should be really good. Okay, I jumped in on the shoe bandwagon. If I said these are by Fergalicious, Jason, who am I talking about?
I didn't know Fergalicious made shoes.
Yeah, she does. How about that?
That would be Stacey Ferguson, one of the singers in a band called Wild Orchid, but became more famous as Fergie, the female in the Black Eyed Peas.
These look brand new. I paid. She had $3 on them. They're size 10, which is good because open toe.
Yeah, let's see that back. I could tell you. Look at that. Look at that sexiness.
Yeah, isn't that? I mean, they're really, really good looking. So for $2, and I quick looked up what her shoes are selling for. Anywhere from $15 to $25, $35. So, and they're nice. They're a satin finish, so they're quite a nice pair of shoes. So I don't do a lot in shoes, but Oh, switching gears, going back. Going back to the Tribe. Brand new Cleveland Indians throw, and this cost me $1. Brand new.
Just don't understand people. When people go, you can't find deals because everyone knows about selling online. Who would sell that brand new for $1?
Oh, and then also these sell well. I've sold a couple. The mailbox, I think I showed these once before maybe on a haul. These are mailbox covers, the magnetic ones. Whoops, there we go. And
hey, real quick. Hey, Chad, Turtle Trader, you wrote my name, a bunch of question marks, and a bunch of arrows up. What are you asking me specifically? I'll answer it, but I don't know what you're asking me. Okay, go ahead, Mom.
That's right. And this costs $1. I mean, when you buy these at retail in the stores, they're anywhere from $20 to $30. So, I'll put this up for 10 or 15. I only paid $1 for it, so no biggie. Now, this one I found very interesting, and I dashed home. I mean, we were gone. I pulled in here. Oh, by the way, I left at 7:30. I got home at 4 o'clock. So I was trying to do research.
That's my mom.
Yeah. Woo! These are vintage. They are Turner Wall accessory pistol gun picture prints. They're wall hangings, and 3 of them. There was 3 in one holder. Mine are 2 doubles. Sold the other day for $25. I got both of them for $1. I think they're pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, aren't those neat? Yeah. And here's the back. So when I saw the back, I said, "Ooh, that's old." See the stickers on these?
Oh, cool.
Yeah, isn't that neat? So yeah, so found those, and then I remember, I think it was Nay that says, look out for baby blankets. 50 cents. This is a hand crocheted, beautiful baby blanket. So I'm going to give that a whirl. I haven't tried these before, so that's something new for me. And then everybody, I've got a whole bag full And they have to be cleaned up.
Wow.
Well, and I'm there must be almost 15 in here, everyone. Y'all know these are the metal tin Band-Aids by Johnson & Johnson, most of them. And I've got one up for sale right now for $10, just for one. Just for one. And I have, like I said, there's buku many in here. They're dirty. They just need to be washed and cleaned up. But she gave me the whole bag for $1. So that'll make me some money. Also, Jason, look what I found too. These are all brand new. I found 6 of them, and she had a quarter each on it. But I offered her $1 for all 6, and she took those. These sell.
Nice. And I would sell all those together.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm going to put them up as one batch.
Yes, those were blank sealed VHS tapes for you youngins who were like, what the hell is that?
They don't know. They haven't a clue. All right, I thought I had something good here, but I don't think I do. After I did a quick little research, I found that, Jason.
Oh, cool! The Beastie Boys Anthology, The Sounds of Science.
Yeah.
It's a great double CD, or is it a triple? A double or triple?
I think it's. Oh, wait a minute, it opens up.
You should listen to it.
Oh, I'm sure. It's right up my alley. This has 3, I think, in here.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So, anyways, I thought, okay, we'll give that a whirl. And then I found this Daughtry one. And that, I paid 50 cents for it. Last one sold for $9.45.
All right, well, I'll say.
Yeah.
Daughtry's not exciting, but.
I'm still learning on those. Okay.
Nadine just said, I need to take lessons from Peggy when holding up my stuff to the camera.
Why, am I doing it bad?
No. You're doing it good.
Okay.
Naomi holds a little too high. Somebody wants to know what you can list those VHS for. What do you think, like $20 for the 6
Around
of them?
$20 for the 6, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now, as we all know, Halloween's around the corner, always. So I had some good luck with some costumes today. And
nice. Zombie Ninja. That is awesome.
Well, no, she had it marked 5. I got it for 3. And my costumes, I usually put, depending, 20, 25, sometimes 35. There's one that you'll see soon that I'm going to put up for around there. And then this one, and I have a mixture here of children's and...
Oh, Lord Ninja. You got a whole ninja crew going on there.
No. Now, this one I looked up. Oh, and by the way, I paid, what did I pay? I think $1 each on these guys. Yeah, $1. This one I paid, she had it marked 3. And I paid 2 for it. And this one sells for $35 to $40.
Ooh, Pink Princess, is that my size?
Yeah, I mean, it's for $30. So it might work for the big guy. And then for the little girls, this is Belle's. I don't know if I'm going to part with this one. My granddaughter might be getting this one. This is Belle's. I don't know if you can see this. Here's the top half. Winter coat. Look how it poofs out on the bottom. Just adorable.
Wow.
$2. $2 on that. Then I found 3 of these. Let me see if you guys can you make this out? It's a snowman. See, your face goes here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And I found 3 of these for $2 a piece. Okay, I know. Aren't these great? Costume day went very well. But the best costume was all, and this is going to be a visual, so hold on. Okay, this is a visual.
Oh, is it just the head or the whole costume?
No, I got the whole thing. Wait a minute.
A Triceratops costume. That is awesome.
No, look at this, you guys.
You should have been doing the whole show in that.
Oh, yeah, right. So here's the body.
Wow.
Turn it around.
See the back of it.
He's got a tail.
Oh my God.
And here's his feet. Can I get his feet up there? I mean, it's like brand new. I mean, he probably wore it just the one season. How's my headpiece? How am I doing? So
and what that cost you?
That one cost me $5, but they're selling for like $40 to $45.
That is awesome.
Yeah. So there's my costume, and that's my haul for the day.
All right, cool. I want to show something else I got at the hall. Oh,
I'll have one more thing when you're done. Actually, Dad found these the other day when we went. I wanted to show these because this might be a good bolo.
So at the where I got the candles, I also bought a folding table. But you're gonna have to tune into another show to hear about why I bought a folding table. So I'll save that for 13 Business with J and A. But I had already passed through this bathroom, and my friend, who was my second assistant, was with me. She goes, "Did you look at those perfumes?" And I've not done anything with old perfumes, but I do know because I'm friends with Griff, and he buys and sells a lot of perfumes and colognes, that even partial bottles of sought after stuff is worth some money. So I paused and looked it up, and I think I did quite good.
Uh-oh.
Even without the cap, this Eau de Gucci.
Oh, yeah, Gucci. That's a Gucci.
For $5 will probably sell in the neighborhood of $50.
Nice. That's great, honey.
And then this one, Joy by Jean Patou, with like a third left or a little under half. This should sell for like $35.
Nice.
So this $10 is like $85.
Excellent.
Now these have to stay ground, so just domestic ground. But it'll be my first foray into partial bottles of perfume.
Nice, very nice. I have a taboo that I just put up the other day, and I guess just to remind everybody, when you ship perfume, it has to go ground, as I was reminded by.
Yes, I am a giant tease. If you want to see the table and hear about the table, why I bought a table, you know, hey, I'm running a lot of shows here. I want to make sure everyone tunes in because they're all good and fun, and I got to spread the love to all my shows. All right, Ma, show me your last thing, and then we're going to talk about next week.
Item, and we were at a garage sale the other day, and Dad found that. Okay, and
VHS?
Yeah, and this one, it's even bigger.
Jeez.
I know. So we paid $5 for both of them, and in Dad's research, we're going to list them for $40.
There you go.
Yeah, so that's another good item. So I think that's all the goodies.
All right. Oh, we got to do your scores real quick. Mom wants to share 3 of her scores.
I had a couple little ones.
So here's your scores. So let's do these real quick. Go ahead, Mom. Speak.
Yes, this was. I found this actually at a Savers for $5, and it was still a couple of weeks after his death, but. I said, oh, this probably still will sell, and it was a large size. I think it was a 2XL, and within 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks after I sold it, I only put it up for $29.95, but we got our asking price, so I was happy with that for $5 investment.
Let's do this first.
Again, just a refresher reminding everybody, Nick and Nora pajamas still continue to sell, everybody. So don't pass those up. Check those labels. You can, once you start to know Nick and Nora, you can almost see them as you're passing through the pajama section, and because their designs are different than other people's, and you'll get to know their pattern pretty well. So I sold it for $20, paid $3.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. And this was actually your dad's find. Jason's dad is quite a pool player, and he had bought a bunch of different things at this.
And I'm the opposite of quite a pool player.
And we had bought some billiard balls, and I forget what else was included in it. But then there was these different books, and the one book is signed by Willie Mosconi. For those of you who do not know, Willie Mosconi was one of those excellent pool players, billiard players, and the book is signed by him. So we sold that. It's been up for a while. It was one of those that out of the blue I looked and went, oh, nice. And you can show what we sold it for.
$99.
Our asking price. It's all it is 3 little catalogs, everybody. But of course, the signature. And we did not get the signature verified. We just did our homework, and it seemed like every the ones that had sold, were very similar. So there it was, and so we were very happy with that, and so was my customer. So those are my finds for the week, or my sales for the week.
Cool. All right, that is the end of episode 3. We're right at the top of the hour.
Cool.
And this show is kind of like organic, like things happen. I talk to somebody, I'm like, oh, that'll be our show for next week. So I figured out our show for next week.
Okay.
And you're going to be like, what the what? And I realize it's something no one has ever talked about or giving you like a bolo or giving you some real meaty information. But Mom and I can both talk about this very in-depthly, and that is seashells.
Yes.
There's money to be made in seashells, and I find a ton at garage sales and at thrift stores, as does Mom. And so, just to give you an example, this is called a whelk. This is a big sucker.
Yeah.
I would, without even looking, I would say this is at least $100, if not $150, in this size.
Right.
So we're going to talk about the different types of shells. We have quite an amazing collection on display at my mom and dad's house from when we were younger. And and funny enough, we'd already decided we were doing this topic at the estate sale today. I bought big shells. It was just crazy timing, and they were cheap. And the problem with Mom and my house is that we keep them because they go with our decor, but there is money to be made. And I know most people would skip them by. If you've never been seashelling, if you've never spent time in Florida, you would probably not even think about it.
Yep. In fact, I just missed out on a giant clamshell. I offered them $250. They wanted the $300, and they said come back on the third day of the sale. By the time we got there, it was gone. So I don't know what they ended up selling it for.
Yeah, see, somebody said, question mark, seashells. Yep, seashells, giant clam shells, coral, and we're going to talk about it. Now, just to give you our pedigree, by the time I was 7, I was reading the low tide chart, and a 7-year-old would get out of bed at 4 a.m. to hit the sandbars. My little pail, my flashlight, and I'm not a hunter. I could not track a deer through the woods, but man, I could track some shells. I knew the different trails. I knew what to look for, how to get them. I could get you a fresh angel wing, right?
Well, angel wings are the ones you got to dig for.
Yeah, so I get you some fresh angel wings. I know exactly where they were, what to look for. So we're going to talk about that. You know, if you get to the Gulf, you could definitely shell, but a lot of stuff you can find. You can find in thrift stores or garage sales. You can make some good money, and they don't all have to be giant ones. If you put some smaller, nice ones together, like we always talk about lots, you can sell a nice lot. So next week we'll talk about other stuff, but we're going to talk about seashells because no one ever talks about seashells.
Yeah, there is a lot of money to be made in seashells. I never pay the big buck in the stores for them because they are very, very expensive. And if you are lucky enough to find these at your garage sales, rummage sales, whatever, buy them. If they're only $2, $3, $4, $5, buy them because you're going to get yourself a nice profit on that.
And yes, this is a conch. Somebody says it's a conch.
Yeah, it's a conch.
And it's hard. It's a K sound. Conch, not conch. Conch.
It looks like
we'll teach you all that too.
Yeah, it looks like a queen to me. Yep.
Yes. Yep. And nice and pink. I'll give you a preview for next week. The nicer the pink, the better your sale.
Yep.
All right, that's it. Episode 3 is in the books.
Woohoo!
For selling past your prime, being thrifty over 50. I'm Jay.
I'm Peg.
And we're gone.
Peace out.